Hi, beautiful and wonderful people. Welcome once again to this space. My name is Beatrice Chimpi. Today we're going to be speaking about or sharing about 9 points every mother should know or you should consider before having a baby. These are things I wish someone told me, someone sat me down, or I knew. Let me break it down for you. The first thing I should have known was that bodies change. As mothers, getting married with that size and you feel like you're on top of the world. You think life is always going to be like that. You're always going to be slim. Girl, when you give birth, everything changes about you. You either gain weight, actually not either, you gain weight. Your belly makes some wraps around. Everything changes. Even the person who had the tiniest boobs, they become big. To prepare you for that experience of being a mother. The baby has to feed. The belly, there was a baby for 9 months. You don't expect anything to remain in the same place. And so don't feel guilty when you find yourself in a time where you can't fit in your clothes that you were putting on a year before you had a baby, or even months before you had a baby. It's not your fault. It's just the experience of being a mother, and it's good. Just embrace it and just walk the journey calmly. The second thing I wish I knew was that when you are a new mom, you tend to have slightly some body odor, and you have a conflict of interest. You have a baby who is always close to you, breastfeeding. You want to wear your deo, you don't want to wear it, and so because you don't want to affect the baby. And so this puts you at a place where you feel you want everything to be perfect. You feel you're smelling, and some sort of smell always comes from milk. Breast milk has a way of smelling. I don't know why. But then the only thing you can do about that is to just keep changing. Have as many bras as possible and keep changing and keep bathing. That phase is going to pass. It's just for a short time, actually about 2 months, because sometimes the breast milk is uncontrollably flowing. And so you just have to be calm and embrace it. Don't apply strong deos because you want to fight your odor, because your hubby is sleeping next to you. This time around, the baby is coming fast. And so because some of these deos are so strong on the children, you'll see that if you force yourself to apply a deo, the baby will start sneezing. So it's okay for you not to apply a deo. Just keep bathing, keep wiping, keep bathing, keep changing bras. Number 3, I wish someone told me that babies cry. Babies cry a lot, most of them. And it takes away someone's peace. It takes away your joy. You want the baby to be calm. When you see someone's baby being carried and you feel like, oh, I wish that baby was mine. Then this time, it is your time. The baby is now yours. And you wish your brother could come and pick the baby for 1 week. Or your husband can take a vacation with the baby because the baby is crying and is not stopping. But one thing I want to encourage you is you must know that this is just something that is for a short time. It's going to end. They cry, yes. Try using some of the things that are on market, that some of them cry because they have colic. Colic, that stomach upset, it causes them to cry, but it's just going to be for a little while. And that brings me to my 4th point, which is that all these things happening to you are just phases. The baby is taking phases, and don't feel guilty or in any way feel like you're less of a mom or you're less prepared. We are all never prepared to be mothers, but somehow God chooses people and they are mothers, and you just have to embrace that. And so these things are phases. For the baby to cry, it's a phase. It's a phase which the baby is going to outgrow, and then you'll have your peace once again. Number 5. This one was my greatest regret. I wished someone told me that these babies outgrow clothes in a twinkle of an eye. My first baby was a girl, and that's what I wanted. So I was excited. I went, shopped all 2 suitcases of clothes. Tell me which sizes. All the sizes were for 1 month. Thinking the baby is going to remain as tiny as I got them from the hospital for quite a long time. No! I sat with my clothes. The baby outgrew them. Each day the baby could grow. Actually, these babies, their growth rate is so high when they're still really small. You wake up this week, the cloth which the baby could fit in 2 weeks ago, this time around, they can't fit in it anymore. I wish someone told me. My money would have gone for nothing. Really, you buy stockings, so many pairs of them. I wish someone told me I didn't need a lot of stockings. They fall. You go to church, look, just to reach home, the baby has only 1 stocking. Actually, onesies or overalls work best. And so on my preceding children, all the kids that came after, I realized that, wow, actually, I can buy a few, very few newborn baby clothes because I'll not need them for long, and I buy more, 4 months and above. Because, when you buy oversized, some clothes like overalls are oversized, anything, even if dresses, the baby can still go on and on putting them on, and you don't have to run to the shop all the time looking for clothes. I wish. It was my greatest weakness. It was my greatest regret. Your baby girl, you buy pink, yellow, what? Everything. Shoes. Talk about shoes, people. Shoes. On my 4th born, trust me, I bought only 2 pairs of shoes. Scholars, those open shoes, and just 1 closed shoe because I know I'll buy later. As they grow up, I buy. Than buying the girl, my God, I bought a whole, I don't know how many, over 20, 30 pairs of shoes. And she didn't get to put on all these shoes. I gave them out. Number 6. This goes to mummies who are expecting the second babies or the 3rd borns. Babies are different. Yeah. I realized that when I gave birth to the boys. The girls come first and the boys last. My girls never cried. Every friend of mine, some of them would tell me, my baby cries the whole night, my baby yells, my baby doesn't eat. I didn't have such experience, so I thought maybe I'm 1 in a million who is blessed. Come the 3rd born, come this boy. The boy would cry from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day for 4 months. And so I even reached a point where I learned how to, sleep with it, like the baby is crying, but I sleep. As long as you check, as long as I checked and I saw they were not hungry, their diapers were not wet, nothing on their body that was scary, I went to bed and slept. The boy cried and I regretted, not really regretting. It makes you feel like I won't ever have any kids anymore, but really it's just a phase, they're just crying. So babies are quite different, even in terms of eating. This boy never used to eat. He never liked eating at all. At around 7 months, this baby could take 250 mils of milk. My boy, even up to 2 years, just to finish 250 mils of milk, it's just trouble. And so I embraced it. Good enough. I had some of my friends who had gone through it, so they told me, it's not a big deal, the baby will outgrow it. Number 7. Be sure some of our husbands are just welcoming this baby. The baby has been in your tummy, you're the one who has the bond and all that. Some men come off like they don't care or they're not minding, but they are just learning to train themselves to be around this new person. They are just bonding. For you bonded, 9 months you've been bonding with this baby. And so some of us, when we give birth, we feel hurt. You feel like your hubby is not understanding enough. Your hubby is not being there enough to carry the baby. Give them time. With time, he's going to love this baby more than you love the baby. It's just that some take longer to bond, to even remember they have a baby, or to even help around. Just be calm. He's going to come around. He's just getting into this new phase or new idea. The baby is crying at night. He's used to his peace. He just doesn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, so just get, settle down and calm down, and just know it's not your husband alone who is having that trouble. Many men face it. Many men have such trouble, but with time they're going to get used to the baby and they'll love the baby even more than you love them. Number 8. When you're a mother or a new mom, you feel hungry almost all the time. And when people around you, they don't get it. Let me say you have a sister of yours or a kid sister of yours who feels like, oh, Beatrice, you've put on a lot of weight. So they keep telling you to watch what you eat. Let me tell you, unless someone has given birth before that period, you're so hungry. And I realized it's most times because we've just given birth, we've bled a lot. Secondly, we are breastfeeding. Breastfeeding cuts calories. Scientists tell us all the time, when you're breastfeeding, you're cutting calories. You're equivalent to someone who is jogging. And so you're going to keep snacking, you're going to keep eating, but take your time because you need it. You need to replace those nutrients that got lost when you gave birth. You need to rejuvenate yourself. So eat. And then after some time, that's when you will think about losing weight, but after feeding your baby, because this baby has to feed at the end of the day, they need that breast milk. So don't be pressured to cut down on your eating, because it's normal. It's normal for you to be eating all the time or feeling hungry all the time. Last but not least is feeling overwhelmed. When you're a new mom or when you're a mom, even when the babies are older, even when they're 9, even when they're 10, we always have that feeling of being overwhelmed. Remember, you are a mother. You take care of the home. This is the only job in the family where the fathers are contributing really less. Okay? We thank those that, come around. They give us some help. Thank you. But again, there is that overwhelming feeling where you feel all the world is falling because you don't know how to get it together. The baby is crying, you want to sleep, you want to eat, you want to bathe, you want to go to the salon, you don't know how to balance it. That overwhelming feeling is there, but be rest assured, with time, as you keep entering into the mood of knowing how to be a mom, you learn how to juggle. You learn how to cook when the baby is on the back. To those words, will you learn how to revise? I used to revise with my baby on my laps here, but the book is here on the dining. You're reading. You'll learn. You just need to calm down, because again, if you don't control your feeling of being overwhelmed, you can go into depression, you can go into, lots of things, anxiety. So you need to calm down, control yourself, find a way of juggling these two things so that you don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have enough sleep. The nights are longer than the days. You know what I mean? The nights are longer than the days. You always sit the whole night, and during the day, you're still working. So all that combined, it brings that feeling of being overwhelmed. But this is all, the process we go through of, becoming mothers, or the process of motherhood. It is okay. Our forefathers went through it. Your mother went through it, and they succeeded, and you're there. And so your children will succeed, and you will also succeed in this field of being a mother. Those were the 9 points, or 9 things I wish I knew before I became a mom. Feel free to share any other thing that you wish you knew before you became a mom, so that our mothers out there who are about to become moms, who are continuing moms, they can learn a thing or two from us as we grow together. Be sure to catch me next week when I drop the next video. Bye!